Hendrix here. Welcome to Dating App Do-Overs. I've been a matchmaker for over a decade, working with some of the most eligible people in the world. Usually you're on the dating apps because you want to meet the very best people, right? But people are showing up on the dating apps with their worst photos. You guys send me your profiles, and if I feel like I can help you, I'll choose somebody each and every week. I'm going to be doing a new profile. I'm going to go in. You're going to see the before. You're going to see the after. You're going to see why I chose what I chose. I'm even going to sprinkle in some dating advice because everybody needs it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and God knows you never know what I'm going to say. But what are we waiting for? Let's get started. Welcome to Dating App Do-Overs. Hey there, Gina Hendrix here, and I have the lovely Crystal with me today. I'm so excited that you're here. Thank you, Crystal.
Hi.
I know she's a little nervous. I'll just let you know right now. She's a little nervous. But I've gotten to know Crystal over the last few months. She's just such a great young woman. And I think what's going to be interesting about your profile makeover is that I think a lot of people will think like, well, why in the world would she even need a profile makeover? She's such a beautiful girl. But this is where this particular episode is going to be very interesting and revealing, because I see things as a matchmaker that other people don't see. And I know why things happen in certain ways. So, and by the way, I think two things. One is follow me on Instagram at the Gina Hendrix, subscribe to the channel, like it. And today, I think this also goes hand in hand, Crystal, with my new book, The Great Manhunt, that just came out, thegreatmanhunt.com, how to access and attract that guy every woman wants using the dating apps. So what we're doing today goes hand in hand with that, especially since you were at my book party last night. And thank you so much for coming. Yay.
I had so much fun at your book party.
I know, you're adorable.
I think my best takeaway from your book party last night was the difference between being single and available.
Ah, thank you. So anyway, So let's get on with this. So first, why don't you tell me, what do you think is your issue on the dating apps? Like, why would you even say, Gina, yeah, I want a profile makeover? What's happening with the kind of guys you're meeting? Are they the right kind of guys, or what's happening?
They're not as available as I want them to be.
Got it.
And I'm definitely one of those girls that where I just like, I'll just hang around him. And I'll admit, I even think that I'm the person that can change the decision, like guys that are just out of a divorce. They're not exactly emotionally available.
Right.
And I made the mistake of wasting.
Yes.
We both wasted each other's time because he wasn't available. And then I also wasn't sure how to open up emotionally because he wasn't either. But if I did, maybe he might have. Or actually, even in the beginning, if I had a better profile up that said I'd like to be with someone that's emotionally mature and available.
Right. You have to be very specific. You learned that from the book, right?
Definitely. And I just, with the profile, it's so short and so quick and easy to look at. It's just, I didn't quite know the right words to put in. Or another mistake I made was that I didn't put in that I would like to meet a man that's just as successful as me, because I don't want to waste my time with bums or guys that, I'm with a pretty girl and they don't quite understand the life I have, like when I'm not with them. My goal was to just match with as many guys as possible, so then I pick, but that doesn't help.
Right, exactly.
And so they look fun, they look attractive for seconds, they're going to swipe yes.
Right. But But the thing is, the kind of guys I think that you showed me that you wanted to meet, I don't think those guys would swipe on you just from those pictures, that current profile. It could also read some of those pictures, maybe a wee bit, and you're not. And this is what's interesting. You are so not. But I know what guys say and think. They would think, oh, she's more of a high maintenance, like party girl, honestly. But I know you, and that could not be further from the truth. Right? I mean, listen, I'm not saying you're like, any church mouse. I mean, look at you here, but you are way more down to earth, I think, than what you lead people. And you're way more substantial than what you lead people to believe, just with those particular pictures I'm seeing on Bumble. So we're going to take a look at your dating app profile, what you got going on right now, so everybody can take a peek. And we'll be back in a second. Okay, and we are back. So we don't want to waste another second. I know you guys out there, especially the guys, they want to see Crystal's current sexy Bumble profile. And Bumble is the app you're using, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's the dating app you're using. And okay, so gonna be pulling it up here. So let's just talk about the first photo for a second. Your first photo looks like, hey, let's go to a nightclub. I'm just going to be honest with you. You know what I mean? And again, you know, I can be straight with you because I love it that you appreciate the honesty. And it's also gives people the wrong impression of who you really are. It really does. Because I've got, like I said, I've gotten to know you. And you do put your career, property management, Sunset Pacific. But you own your own home, don't you?
Yes, I'm in my own home right now. Yes.
I know, and it's beautiful. So you've got a lot going on. They see this and they just think, oh, superficial party girl. And then also regarding your information, I would love for you, we're going to create something that's a little more substantial than what you have there. Because what you put now is, you'll know I like you if I start to smell you. Now, you being you, quirky, fun, but men, their mind's going to go right to the gutter some way, somehow. They're going to look at that picture and say, oh, smell me. You know, their mind is not going to go to, I see this girl meeting my family. Do you know what I'm saying? You get where I'm going with that, Crystal?
Oh, totally.
And then your next photo for sure is like a clincher where you've got the sexy red dress on. And it's like, hey, take me to Vegas, take me to nightclub. And then you put, I'm hoping you love to cuddle. Again, that's making a man, you know where his mind would be going. Do you know what I'm saying? And again, it's not wrong, but if you're trying to attract a man who wants to start a family and has his ducks in a row and is not looking for a party girl or like somebody to take to Vegas and just woo, then yeah, we've definitely got to change it up. And then you've got the blue dress sitting at the table, and that's nice. But again, like a down-to-earth kind of guy, like the kind of guys that I happen to know you want to meet, they're not going to be swiping on that girl. You know what I mean? Now, the kickboxing thing's great, but it doesn't, I've seen better photos of your body and better photos like you outdoors, when you're outdoors hiking. I that's a really great photo that I don't want to reveal anything what I'm going to pick yet, but I've looked through some of those. Some of those are great. Okay, the other one, you're on a boat in a bikini. Now, at least you're on a boat, because I've said before, the worst thing you do is be in a bathing suit, like in your house, because then there's no context at all. So at least you're on a boat. That's great. But, I always say never post photos with sunglasses or hats. So those are, and then you also put, you dream about food before going to bed. Again, you're mentioning the word bed. You know what I mean? They're seeing a girl in a bikini who looks sexy, and she's saying the word bed. Now, listen, some people watching might think, oh, Gina's such a prude. I am totally not a prude. Anybody that knows me knows I am not a prude. But when it comes to meeting complete strangers on the dating apps, the way you market yourself is everything. It's everything. And it comes down to what you're wearing and what you're saying. And then the other thing, you have the other outfit, which you're wearing today, which you look adorable in. I mean, listen, I am not hating on that photo. That is a great photo. And we may actually keep that photo in because it is cute and beautiful on a number of levels. It shows your body. It's you. It's sexy. And I don't mind keeping something like that in as long as it's not all sexy, right? Because we need to show more layers of you. We need those guys that you really want to meet, the substantial guys, the guys that are smart, the guys that are, not douchey, not going to the nightclubs. We want good guys who probably outdoorsy, probably are ready to start a family, have a great career, will take you seriously. We want to draw in those guys. You don't ever want anybody to misunderstand your intentions or who you are. So I have my work cut out for me, but I already have some good ideas for you. So I'm going to go behind the scenes. I'm going to look through all the other photos that you've given us, and I'm going to work my magic on your profile. And then we're going to come back in a week and we'll debut the new profile. Although in a week's going to be in a couple of minutes here. So hang tight, everybody, for the big reveal. But I can't wait to get started and create a better profile for you. Hello, we're back. Good to see you again.
Great to see you, Gina.
Yay. And I am so excited about what we've done with your profile. Let's not keep anybody in suspense any longer. This is the unveiling of the great Crystal and her new dating app profile. We went with Bumble, right? Okay, great. So the first profile photo I chose for you, and it's just adorable. This is what I call the I could bring her home to mama. And she's hot and sexy too. So it's all rolled into one. But the key here is also ramping up the info. So I want to talk about the pictures and the info as we go along. So we kept in, property management, Sunset Pacific. But what was important here is that I just sort of fine-tuned the final information here. I think, in phase 2 of it, as we may put up here, just so people can kind of see, it wasn't bad at all. It was actually very close to what we wanted, but I thought, I think we could kind of turn the volume up to 10 here to really attract the type of men you wanted. We don't want men to think that you're one note. We don't want men to think you're limited in any way, because you are so diverse. And really, I wanted to bring that out in you. So we opened with the sentence that says, I have diverse interests, because you do. Fair to say?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's really hard to describe me, the appearance of me, my personality, and my character on a profile.
I agree.
When it's so visual, it's easy to think I should have a good photo that really shows that side of me. When really, like, being able to communicate that too is very difficult, because it's not as quick as looking at a photo.
Yeah,
so,
I agree. And listen, there will be those guys who are just Neanderthals who will never read the information. Okay. But I think now, since I've kind of helped you a little behind the scenes too, and my book, I think you're going to be able to kind of recognize those Neanderthals very, very quickly, right? So you'll know when a guy approaches you if he hasn't read your profile. So, and then you'll just weed him out and move on. So we've said, I have diverse interests. First and foremost is my love and appreciation for my family's property management business that we have all built together. So I changed that because the way you had it worded sounded sort of like you worked for a family business, not being your own family's business. And that was just a minor tweaking of the words. But I wanted people to know you have built this business alongside your family. And that is a huge integral part of you. And it says so many things. It says you have a great work ethic, says you're close with your family. These are the things when a guy is commitment oriented, looking for a quality woman. These are the things, these are like the aphrodisiacs for him. This is like, what? She works hard. She loves her family and she's gorgeous. Oh my God. All right. I also have a love for health and fitness, and have a passion specifically for Muay Thai. And I know in the other one, you didn't really mention that so much, even though you do have the Muay Thai photo, maybe. I don't know that everybody would know that. And I really think we need to spell it out for people. You know what I mean? I think people want to create profiles and just assume so much that people will just automatically know. Let's just say it. All right. Because that could be one day where you went to test out what Muay Thai was. And since this is such a disciplined sport, Muay Thai, and you are disciplined about it, it was worth saying. All right. And you're looking for a real relationship with someone who is grounded and ambitious. Perfect. Your other info, great. We picked a picture of you where you're in the desert. I liked it because it's sexy and you show how absolutely ridiculously fit you are, but it's far away. So it's not necessarily overt. And for me, that felt fine because it shows a number of things: great body, beautiful landscape, and you're far enough away. So what that does, and why I chose it, was because it just kind of did everything we needed it to do without being like, hey, look how hot I absolutely am in my short shorts. And, I think the distance created a little bit of a balance to make it a little bit more acceptable, or I don't know if acceptable is the right word, but it just worked better for me, you know? And then I definitely wanted to pick the one where you're on the ski slopes where that looks like an ad for like get away to the Alps or something. You know what I mean? Like literally that looks like an ad. And it's not. That's really you. It's not a fake photo. It's you doing what you love. So, and it showed another dimension. I think what the goal is with these profile photos and the information is to really show a glimpse into your lifestyle. You know what I mean? And before, your other pictures just showed you sexy, 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 but that's not the full scope of your lifestyle. You know what I mean? You're into fitness, you're into the outdoors. All right. So, and yeah, you're known for being adventurous, kind, and family oriented. And I find that to be very, very true. What makes a relationship great is emotional maturity, passion, and spontaneity. So important. Love that, because now you're going to be calling in those guys where they're more than just fun. They're more than just spontaneous. They're more than just adventurous, because you want somebody who is more than just fun. You know what I mean? You really want somebody. And I love that you ramped that up. And empathetic. In your next one, you're hoping that he is empathetic, spontaneous, honest, and fully available. A sense of humor and a sense of adventure would be a big plus. Now, what's so great that we put this under that particular photo of you in the car where you're being adventurous, playful, and fun is that this is a perfect snippet to put under that photo, right? Because you're saying, here's me. I'm fun, I'm spontaneous, I'm adventurous. I'm hoping you're the same. But I also think the key here is to say fully available, because again, we've talked about this before, but so many people go through the world and they just want to date or they just want to play around. But you've made it really clear that you're looking for a substantial guy who's fully available. And then of course we left in your hot, gorgeous picture, because this is also you. When the guy takes you out on a date, if it's a nice restaurant, nighttime date, this is what he can expect you to show up in. If he's going to take you out during the day and you're going to do go-karts or dirt bikes, and I would imagine you probably do that too, he can expect you to look like you do in the cart with the smile on your face. So, you know what I mean? We gave the big wrap up here. I'm feeling really, really good about this. All right. So when we come back, I want to look it over head to toe and talk a little bit more about how everything has been going since we ramped up your efforts. Okay. So hang on, everybody. We'll be right back. And Crystal's going to share all the deets on how everything's been going since I worked my magic. And we're back. Okay. So Crystal, I am so proud of the work we did on your profile. I'm feeling really great about it. We've come a long way, baby. Wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah, definitely. My choice in men has changed dramatically now.
Oh, great. So you can say, yeah, so let's tell everybody, we took you from, all dolled up, like, hi, I want to go to the clubs, hitting the clubs, to take me home to mama type of thing. That was the goal with our profile, so that men would take you more seriously instead of just to take you to the clubs. Has that been happening? Do you find that you're meeting any more like quality guys that are a little bit more at your level?
Yeah, definitely. Even when I talk to them over the phone or in person, the questions that they have for me are more serious, are more interesting. Whereas the one with my before profile, I was inviting men that didn't really care.
Right.
That were only interested in sort of like the external, the appearance. Oh, she likes to go clubbing. Well, then they were interested in that side.
Fair enough.
But,
yeah. So
I open up a more serious side, then they're more serious. So whereas before I looked so available and maybe easy to a lot of men that almost every guy I swipe right on, we would match. But now that's not as likely. I match with less men, but the men that I match with are men that are serious, that do want to meet me.
Right.
Because I'm spending less time having to search through which ones I think might be.
Before all you were doing, Crystal, was attracting every horny dude. And pretty much every guy, if they're on a dating app, is going to be a horny dude. So obviously you're going to be matching with every single guy, but he's not matching with you, or he wasn't in the past, for the right reason. They're literally like, oh, crop top. Whoa, what? Oh, you know what I mean? And they're just like lose their minds. So now, yeah, it makes more sense. You're going to have fewer matches, which is fantastic because you're filtering them, but more high quality matches. And that was the goal. So we want to call in these better guys. I think we've done that. I'm feeling really, really great. So now instead of, leading with, hi, I'm a hot girl in a crop top, to I'm adorable and respectable. And there's many layers to Crystal, because I know that there is many layers to Crystal. And I feel like this profile is something that you should just use. Honestly, put it on any of the other dating apps that you're on. Just use this as your template. And I feel like you're in good shape now, sister. Love it. So you guys, if you've liked this, if you've enjoyed it, please like the video, like it, subscribe, because there's more. It's going to be a lot more to come. So subscribe to my channel, like the video, comment. We'd love to know what you think. And Crystal, you've been amazing. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Gina. This has been great.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, that's it for today. You can always go to my website, GinaHendrix.com, to learn more about me. And if you are struggling on the dating apps like most people, and you want to see if I feel like I can help you, write to me at teamgina@GinaHendrix.com. Who knows, you may be chosen to be on an episode of Dating App Do-Overs, and I'll do over your entire profile for free. Hope you enjoyed today's show. We'll see you next time on Dating App Do-Overs.